Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. So today I have my good buddy, and he's going to tell us some great news. What were you just telling me about?
I was telling you about Ludum Dare having just started. Ludum Dare, the indie gaming competition where participants try to create a game within 48 hours. It happens every 4 months. This is the 29th time.
Enter the competition?
Well, I mean, I always enter, but I don't always complete.
You don't submit your stuff always?
No, I mean, it's more about the process and interacting with people and seeing what everybody made. A lot of it comes out a little half-assed, but you have a good time doing it. You learn some lessons.
Is there a community involved and you associate with each other?
Oh, absolutely. The heart of Ludum Dare is its IRC channel and WordPress blog. The heart of Ludum Dare is its IRC channel. Absolutely. Actually, probably my favorite thing to do is just to help other developers learn how to use shaders or do linear algebra for 3D arithmetic and things like that, or talk about game dynamics or game design and writing. It's a lot of fun.
Do you use programs like Blender, Cry? What kind of software do you use, or do you just pop out the notebook and notepad and just start?
Yeah, I mean, a notebook is really an indispensable resource for me, but also just bouncing ideas off of the other people in the community for 3D art, which I can't really create. It's really painful process for me to create 3D art, but yes, I use Blender. I'm more of a programmer though, so a lot of my use of Blender is just writing tools for Blender. I do a lot of game engine development and a lot of the technology portion of it. So,
is there anything that people could see of your work or online or anything?
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I don't actually share a lot of my work. Like I have like a few small projects that I throw up on my website, codebad.com, and they're just really silly things. Like I think the last thing I put up there was what I would describe as a runtime deobfuscating Java class wrapper for JavaScript using the Rhino interpreter, which was basically a client for Minecraft, which allowed you to automate the game or write extra tools and things in the JavaScript language while you were playing. I had a lot of fun writing that. But yeah, I don't really try to publish anything serious. It's all just crap.
Do you have a code name, a hacker name, an online name?
That's a funny story actually. Well, it's not really a story, but it's a funny story actually. It's not really a story, I suppose. But yeah, I go by HDon, which is sort of an inside joke for a bunch of people. A lot of people speculate that it means, some people think it means high definition on, just hard on. There's a lot of colorful guesses.
Oh, how do you spell it?
HDON.
HDON.
It's like my name, Don, but with an H at the beginning, which there's only a few people on this planet who understand what that means.
Are you famous for anything?
No, absolutely not. No, nobody knows who I am.
Do you play any online games with other people?
To be honest, I guess in the sense of the platonic ideal of what gaming is, I really love games, but I don't like any games. So I don't actually play a lot of games. Almost all of the games I play come from Ludum Dare or are referred to me through the Ludum Dare community. I just think most games are really boring and repetitive. It's repetitive in the sense that it's already been done before, nothing new to see here, that sort of thing. But I really like the idea of what games can be, so I spend a lot of time studying that and interacting with people who are interested in making games.
What is your favorite Ludum Dare game?
Oh, my favorite Ludum Dare game.
Wow.
Oh, I don't have a favorite Ludum Dare game. To me, they're all great. I just love...
Are we talking about the winners, or all of them are great?
No, all of them, honestly. Even the worst, crappiest, just jankiest little games are, it's really an experience simply because you get to know the people who are working on them. And it's really an experience because you get to know the people who made it and get to learn about their process and talk to them about what it might have been and you know, why they made it the way they did. It's a much more social experience than gaming per se, the way a gamer games.
48 hours, what's the most intricate game have you ever seen in this competition?
The most intricate game I've ever seen in this competition. Well, let's see. I've seen whenever the game gets intricate, so whenever you ask me as a programmer intricate, I tend to think of, you know, something technically excellent with a lot of technology in it. But the kind of intricacy that you'll usually find on Ludum Dare is just somebody who really threw themselves in, put a lot of time into creating a lot of music or graphics or maps and dialogue in areas. I guess the last Ludum Dare, I saw a pretty elaborate game. It had like an entire little city block and some really great detailed interiors, a lot of NPCs. That was a really fun game.
When you say 48 hours, does that literally mean they cannot use any resources from anything else prior, or does it really mean from scratch, zero on the paper?
That is a topic of great contention. But because there are no prizes in Ludum Dare, and perhaps because it's so much about the community, the rules are not actually very strict. And the situation's also changing now, whereas 12 years ago, everything was really done from scratch. People were starting with very low-level tools and developing from the ground up. Today, there's a lot with the mobile gaming market and with all the big console makers opening themselves up to more developers. There's a whole lot of tools out there like Unity Pro and just a bunch of other platforms that come with lots and lots of code and assets ready for you to stick them together. Like I said, it's a point of contention. Nobody really knows where to draw the line. So it's really up to the person doing it to make that decision.
So are you saying there's like an elitist crowd that says it has to be from scratch?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I used to be a member of this crowd. As I felt more a part of the community, I started to change my priorities a bit. I thought, it should be about the fun of it, and that you should set that goal for yourself. You should draw the line for yourself, how much to use that is accessible outside of what you make in the 48 hours. The cliche response to this argument that I have now is, well, I'm gonna start Ludum Dare this weekend anyway, so I'm gonna my own machine to have my game on.
Okay, well, is there anything after this that you are looking forward to? Gaming
after Ludum Dare?
Or programming or anything?
No, not really. I'm cynical. I do not a whole lot. Really,
No.
Not a whole lot really catches my fancy. I'm a huge snob. I don't look forward to anything.
I noticed. Really, that's amazing. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching the Shikama Live show. Do you have a website of any kind that people can go to?
Well, like I said, codebad.com, but it's, there's really nothing to see there.
All right, and thank you for watching the Shikama Live show.